Hi, I'm Ben. I run the YouTube channel First Responders, and I'm in America on patrol with United States cops.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I'll tell you again. This is the United States cops.
Get on your feet.
And today I brought Aaron as an intern.
Hello, Ben.
So I don't have to do it alone?
I'm really excited. Patrol, I'm already in the groove, so I know what's going on.
But the USA is something new. What's on the agenda for today?
Today we're going on patrol with Quinn. We're going to be on patrol for 12 hours today.
Do you say officer or sergeant?
Officer.
Officer Quinn, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, okay, you guys are already best friends.
Yeah, we've already spent countless hours together in the patrol car and worked a lot of 12-hour shifts. We started on the night shift, now we do the day shift together.
12 hours?
12 hours.
Lunch break at McDonald's, right?
Yes. Very. So, Aaron, of course I'll show you what we have here at the police station before we get started. Alongside a regular patrol car like this. And we hope that maybe we'll get to see all of this in action today.
I doubt it, but it looks like a lot. We use that, we take it when someone is driving too fast, right?
Exactly, and with that you ram them off the road and run them over.
In America, anything's possible.
No, many people in Germany would understand that as special weapons and tactics. Here it's the emergency service unit, so for people who barricade themselves, who shoot out of their house with weapons and so on.
Or the vehicle is used for especially dangerous people.
Heavily armored vehicle manned by 9 to 10 men. And they can even, if they want, hold on out here and ride along outside like this.
And then like bang, bang, bang.
Exactly, so really they stand here with a weapon in their hand and ride along like this.
It's actually quite nice. Timo will complain about the light now, but it is.
And the doors usually stay open while driving too.
Yeah?
Yes.
So you can get out faster.
Exactly. Then the second part is also from the emergency service unit, but more for...
It's so clean. Look how everything is really shining here. It doesn't get used very often, does it?
When it gets used, it's cleaned afterwards, okay? Before it comes into the hall, it's cleaned and then put away and maintained.
And then it's fine. Also put away.
Yes, exactly. It's for technical equipment for this unit. Okay, that means there are things like robots in here. For example, if you...
Robots?
Robots, drones, well, we have a dog robot like that, privately owned by the chief of police, an original patrol car from the 70s from this city. Pretty cool.
And right behind us is the mobile command center, which is really used for major incidents and large events.
That's the technical service unit. There are huge drones in there.
Ah, look, is that the robot here?
That's 1-1, yeah.
And then it goes there and cuts the red wire?
That could be the one. It now has a gripping arm, so it can also move inside buildings, all that stuff, exactly. Originally, it came from the army and was used for defusing bombs.
Ah, okay. Don't do anything else in between here.
No. So, and here we have the aviation support unit.
Wow. But that means if there's an emergency now, we have to get this thing out quickly, open the doors, get it out, and then...
And then we go upstairs. We have a camera system that can also pick up heat signatures and a spotlight. You know that from all those Grand Theft Auto games.
Really, the light just goes boom.
Exactly, that light, and then it just tracks you.
Awesome.
The whole thing can also be synchronized with each other, and all of that happens from the right seat. The tactical flight officer sits there, and he's also the one who leads the mission.
Okay.
So basically, in quotation marks, let's say he's kind of the boss.
Okay.
And the pilot tries to implement it in a way that allows the tactical flight officer to work as effectively as possible. All right.
Guess how old he is? Just for me, real quick. If I do this and that thing flies, then my fingers are gone, right?
Yeah, then it's game over. Before we fly, you'll also get another...
So don't just jump out here and go like, wow, yeah, and do that.
No, please, absolutely don't.
You asked how old he is? He still looks super new. Wow, I think you guys are lucky to have it because you don't get it very often now. What do we have? I'd say it's a 98 model year.
62.
Wow.
And now comes the interesting fact. This exact helicopter flew in the Vietnam War. And the pilot who flew it back then was 19 years old.
And not go backwards, right?
Not backwards.
It even says danger there. Danger.
Absolutely not. Please don't. So let's do that during the safety briefing. We'll start now because I thought we'd show the city from above before we go on patrol.
Bird's eye view?
bird's eye view.
Boy, I'm such a quick puker.
Yeah, we can do this. I'm flying, it's not that long anyway.
I'm a quick puker. You as a cameraman are flying one of those things?
Yes, I'm just starting out in my training, and here I have the chance to work with them a bit as part of my training.
Just starting out basically means I can't really do it that well yet, and Aaron, you're flying with me now.
That's why I'm not taking off alone. That's what the pilot in command does. That's Dear Jack. He'll be here in a moment, and I'll fly once we're up there and then take over a bit, up in the air. Exactly.
Which one are we flying with?
We're flying with the mission bird.
Ah, okay.
So that we can show everything. Like how the camera works, then we'll see what it looks like on the ground and how close we got to it.
Oh, I see a plate on top.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm really curious now. I mean, it's pretty cool that the police say, come on, we'll show you the city from above before we go on patrol. The problem is I get car sick easily, but the nice officers said if I throw up, guys, I'm going to show you how awesome this is.
We're here now in Oxford, the beautiful Oxford in Alabama. On your left down there, you can see Highway 78. Highway 78 runs all the way through Oxford from east to west. That's one of the longest highways we have here in Oxford. And on your right, you can see the 4-lane Interstate 20. That's what brings all the good money to Oxford. All the people who come off Interstate 20 and shop here in Oxford stay overnight, hotels, and so on.
I've seen the city from above. I know where everything is. No, I didn't remember anything. What do we do now?
Let's take a look at the patrol car now. I'll show you where everything is in this patrol car.
4 wheels, door handles.
Exactly, and I'll explain the emergency, where it is, what we practiced on the shooting range.
Because you have to say, I love the Berlin police, but what is an emergency?
An emergency means that you are the last instance who can intervene and help. That means in the worst emergency, Officer Quinn would be shot, I would be shot.
Yes?
Neither of us would be able to fight anymore. So we can't intervene against whatever is threatening us there.
And now you have to find out, where is the weapon, how do I use it, and how do I operate it, and how can I keep the attacker at bay until reinforcements arrive?
There's definitely a bit of pressure, and that's why when I asked if I could turn, he said yes. But first I had to take a bleeding control course.
Stop the bleed, exactly.
In Berlin with the whole team. Then we arrived yesterday. They asked about it again. Yes.
Yes.
And we were really like, hey, can you do this? Do you understand this? And then yesterday we also went shooting because we had weapons training. That was, hey, as a German, you don't even know where to take the safety off, where to put the magazine in or take it out?
That's important, yeah. Here it's important.
There's a bullet in there, take it out. And here it's really important because it feels like everyone has a weapon.
But one important thing, we're in America. Gun laws are a bit different here. A lot of people carry a weapon like this.
I just heard from our instructor who said, yeah, I even take the little thing with me to the gym. Because I have it with me, having is better than needing. Or to church, in case someone else comes with a weapon, I have one with me too. I've already learned a lesson today from that young gentleman. The dumbest thing you can do is show up to a gunfight with a knife.
That's why we're at the shooting range today, and we're going to train how to draw a weapon from a retention holster.
That means you can draw from the holster?
But you know that I'm already Prestige 10 in Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, let's see how good your Prestige 10 really is. We'll take a look at that today.
Wow.
The finger only goes on the trigger, so it's always kept straight along the side of the weapon. It only goes on the trigger when you're absolutely sure you want to shoot.
If you don't want to shoot right now, your finger should always be straight along the side of the weapon.
But I have this constant tremor.
No.
It's so weird. It's so weird because in Germany we do everything except things like this.
Yeah.
You always feel like a psycho if you can do that or want to do it. But actually, it's totally normal.
The thing is, the others have weapons. That's just stupid if we don't have any or if we can't use them.
It's important that we do it, that at least, we don't carry them on us because we drive around with them. They're in the patrol car.
They're on the police officer.
So only when we're on patrol later or in the next few days. I don't have any on me. But there's one in the patrol car, and I know where it is. So that if the officer gets into a dangerous situation or needs help, I know, okay, that's where I get it from to help.
Exactly like that.
All right, come here. You can just pull this back, let it go. And it's going to send the bulk carrier group forward. This is your mag release.
Well. Yes, come to me. It kind of feels like I'm on another Earth right now. It has something special. I have to say, do I need it regularly? No. But I think going shooting once or twice a year to know in case there's a zombie apocalypse how to shoot a deer is fine.
So at the beginning of the shift, I always ask the police officer what his call sign is, what his number is, basically for the radio, so that I know, and where all the important things are.
What is your call sign, Quinn?
756, also 756. That means if you hear radio messages and 756 is mentioned, then that's for our unit.
Okay.
Or for example, if he has thrown a point.
Is it every day the same number?
It is.
Okay.
And then I explain, hey Quinn, you know, as always, I'm prepared to use guns if it's necessary.
So I got training for that. And of course, all these guys got training too. And we are also trained in stop the bleed courses. So we know how to stop critical bleeding in case something happens. This is a part that I explain to him, that I explain to every police officer before we drive. And then I say, Quinn, in case shit hits the fan, where is your secondary gun?
It is in the back.
Let's get a look at it.
Okay. Does it help him if I say I've watched all the episodes of Emergency? And does it calm him down? No? Okay. Whoa, but then I really have to run pretty far if there's stress, right?
Everyone has that somewhere else.
Oh, he already has a big one.
Here. Mug.
Okay, and now I know the status of the weapon is that the weapon is unloaded in this bag in the trunk. That means I know in my head if something happens, I have to go back here. I have to get to it. I have to load the weapon. I have to chamber it, and then I can act. It's really, even if you're smiling about it, but the seriousness...
So bad when it's serious.
Yes, but the seriousness of the situation is really, you have to imagine we just flew. You saw how big it is, right? And now imagine we're at the other end of the city, and the next available unit that can come to help us is exactly on the other side. It takes forever for help to arrive, and we just have to be ready and prepared for emergencies. That hasn't happened to me even once in my 3 years. That's...
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, exactly, but we have to be prepared for it. It's a bit different here.
But you think I could be trusted with a weapon?
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Greetings to the Berlin police, please, and...
Best regards to the Berlin police. If we do an exchange program and the Berlin colleagues come here, then the same rules apply to them.
Cool, let's go. But Ben, it's pretty cramped back here, isn't it? But usually this is where the bad guys sit, right?
Yeah, and did you notice that the seats in the back are leather and the ones in the front are fabric?
No, why?
Well, so that if any bodily fluids leak out in the back, they don't soak into the seat.
In case they poop themselves?
Exactly.
Ah, okay.
And you can be sure that this has already happened somewhere in the world.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Very good.
I've been to completely different Venus parties before. This is nothing. Ben, so what's the plan now? So do we also... Oh, there's the Cybertruck.
Yes.
Wow, I'm so easy to impress.
Every police officer has an assigned area where he patrols.
Today we've been assigned to Zone 5, which is around one of the biggest shopping malls here, and the connection to the interstate. We'll be patrolling there and responding to emergency calls in that area. As long as we're on patrol and there are no active emergency calls, we can do regular traffic stops if we notice anything, pull people over and so on. But first, we're going to wash the car, so it looks nice for the camera.
Really?
What could happen today besides us getting the car cleaned at Dirty Dog?
Oxford is right on Interstate 20. That means just as many people as live in Oxford come here to visit every day.
How many people live here?
25,000.
Okay.
And about 25,000 come here every day via the interstate to visit. And we can expect anything from shoplifting to traffic accidents, domestic violence, all sorts of things. Car chases happen regularly in this area, either because they start here when people with warrants try to run, or because one of the neighboring police departments is in a pursuit and we join in.
Do you have a cheat sheet there, Ben?
Yeah, I don't know everything either, and they work with 10 codes here, so this is my cheat sheet card so that I...
That's right, it's really like a cheat sheet. Honestly, it couldn't be any smaller.
But I got it from the police officer.
Oh, I see, got it.
Yeah, because I should also know what it is. And if I don't drive here for a long time, and I haven't been here for half a year now, then I have to refresh it a bit first. It takes about one shift, then I have it back in my head, and then it's fine. So I have the basics in my head, but I just didn't know what 1084 is, but now I know.
What is it?
On the way to an assignment.
Ah, okay.
Exactly.
There in the middle is an iPad, I'll call it, with a lot of data. Well, let me put it this way. I think the Berlin police would kill for that thing because he does everything with this pad, but of course data control and all that is really important. That's why it's always pixelated, but greetings to the Berlin police. They have what you want here.
Now we're going to find a spot where we can do some traffic monitoring.
That means we'll see if we can find any traffic violations, that is traffic offenses.
Oh, you don't actually do that while driving?
No, now we're sitting here and watching the traffic.
Are you observing the radar? We can also do a normal speed check here, and this is what it looks like now.
If someone is driving significantly too fast now, then we can pull them over.
So, when do we say, okay, if the speed limit is 55, from what point do we say it's worth it? At 56, we wouldn't say, let's get them now.
Probably at about 15 miles per hour over.
Ben, can I step out of the car for a moment to take a picture?
Yes, he's going to exit the vehicle to take a picture from the outside.
Timo, come on, Timo! What happened? Timo, did you just have to run inside Ben? What happened?
We're getting a panic alarm through dispatch right now.
Whoa! Welcome to our first emergency lights ride in the United States of America. He's sniffing.
We have a panic alarm triggered at the local Burger King. That means it could be that someone is being robbed there right now.
Burger King is right ahead of us, about a minute before we get there, more like 40 seconds.
Did you guys hit your panic button?
The lady is surprised, so it could have been anything. Maybe the Whopper is just too expensive, but I think they don't even know they have a panic button. Probably like at the kiosk, where the employees sometimes accidentally press it while cashing out.
I think it's more likely, I assume there's construction outside them, they're working on the exterior facade, they probably damaged part of the alarm system, and that's probably what triggered the alarm.
Now it has to be verified that they really didn't press it, that no one here is being held at gunpoint or anything, and then things can continue.
Be careful, y'all call us if you need us.
But now it's really standard with sunglasses, right? He shows up like that. You know, I don't even see the sun right now.
It was a panic alarm.
Usually if we get something like that, we're going to try to get there quickly. We don't know if they're being robbed, if there is some other kind of disturbance going on that they really need us. That's why they would hit it.
In this case, they're having construction work going on, and what they believe happened is they've got construction people on the backside banging on the walls, and it might be that the vibration triggered the panic button.
But everything up here is good in there. They said they're fine, so we'll just go on to the next one.
So we're stopping the colleague in front of us now because the gentleman doesn't have isn't wearing a seatbelt.
Good catch. Hey, I didn't unbuckle myself.
What is he saying now?
He's just letting dispatch know that we're doing the traffic stop.
And the license plate?
Exactly, the license plate will be reported once.
And now he's going over, touching the alignment light.
Man, he must know that he's not wearing his seatbelt. He could have quickly buckled up again.
But he's already being watched, it's already over, the violation has already happened, and then he gets stopped, yeah. Okay, now it's really interesting. I can hear what the police officer is saying because I can hear him through the microphone. He just called for backup. We suspect there are drugs in the vehicle here.
For us, it means we need to hang back a bit now, but also stay alert because there's now a suspicion that there are drugs in the vehicle. And that also increases the risk since the person knows they have them, right?
And that they might try to run away now.
Yeah, but that would be, I mean, I do wonder, if I had drugs with me, I would definitely put on my seatbelt.
But that's always how it is in America.
Oh man, I'm on television.
So people know that I'm filming here. People know that we're filming here. Yeah, that's why that's the reaction. Oh my God, I just don't want to be on the show. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, but he did that?
Now he's being searched to see if there are any dangerous objects on his body.
Why does he have his phone? Is he recording?
No, he was probably still on the phone with someone.
Wow.
It ain't nothing.
So, it smells like weed, like grass in the vehicle, and that gives him the opportunity to search the vehicle.
That's what's called probable cause. That's not just an initial suspicion, that would be a reasonable suspicion. Probable cause is already the justified reason, so the smell of weed is already the justification for him to go in and search it.
And sorry, that's just because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt?
Exactly. Yes, just because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
And that's how it starts. We saw that in a split second now, or he did, not me, that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
And then it develops from there. And you'll notice that during the night shifts, we might find a lot more drugs just because someone has a broken taillight. And it's really crazy how easy it is in the end. Easy in quotation marks. And how stupid they act.
But he's allowed to keep texting on his phone now? So he could also call his colleagues now and say, I'm getting busted right now.
There's backup here watching over him to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay.
But most people are probably just checking their car insurance or something like that. That's also a lot on the phone, and proof of insurance.
We're waiting right now, and then Ben comes over and says, yeah, I'll ask him if it's okay, if he wants to be in the video. I mean, no matter who we would arrest or stop in Berlin for whatever reason, and if I ask, do you want to be in a YouTube video, I usually know what the answer would be.
I'm pretty sure he wants this. He's being given a chance. And when this procedure is over, I'll ask him if he has a problem with it. I don't think he'll have a problem with it, and then everything should be fine.
He doesn't have a problem with everyone in Germany knowing that he has weed. Cool.
He says it's not much. If he doesn't have any other serious offenses now, he'll probably just be allowed to stomp it on the ground and then go on his way.
But he has a suspended license, which means he'll probably get a ticket for that. We'll have to take a look at it.
The nice thing in America compared to Germany is that the police officers have what's called officer discretion. That means to a certain extent, and that's quite a lot, they can decide for themselves whether to give a ticket, a warning, or something else.
Are you good with being on camera? Is that all right? What's your name?
What's your last name?
Caldwell.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for letting us show this. Thank you.
It was that simple.
It's unbelievable. He says, yeah, awesome.
Two things are important. You have to ask, is everything okay? Do you agree to be filmed? And he says yes. And then I say, okay, what's your name? Then he says his name, and then we basically have his verbal consent for it. But actually, we don't even need that in America. I just do it because I...
Let's put that in Hey Aaron's info.
Exactly. So in America, we basically don't need it. In America, in public, especially here in Alabama, it's what's called a one-party consent state. So only one of the two parties involved in the interaction has to give consent. And in this case, it could even be Timo, who's behind the camera, who says, I give consent to film now, and that's it. So let's move on.
Okay, are we continuing right away?
So 6:10:30. We are going to stop the vehicle since they almost caused an accident.
He took the right of way from someone else and almost crashed into them. That's why we're stopping him.
Okay. We're going to walk around to the left side of the patrol car.
Hi, I am Officer Quinn. The reason I'm stopping you is that you almost caused an accident.
He was holding his phone and playing a casino game on it, and that's why he almost sideswiped someone.
Sorry now. Sir, are you playing with your phone?
The lady.
The lady is currently playing Book of Ra while driving?
Playing casino on the phone.
While driving?
Yes, and he almost hit someone from the side, and we basically saw that when we were about to leave from the other call.
Sorry, I mean, who doesn't know it in Germany? Okay, Mom texted me. I'll just text her back real quick, typing. But playing slots while driving is just next level.
Americans do everything on their phones while driving. Everything.
Careful, don't be on your phone when you're driving, okay? You're welcome.
We rarely write tickets.
So, wait a minute. The lady was playing casino games on her phone?
Yes.
And she gets away with just a slap on the wrist?
Yes, she gets away with just a slap on the wrist. We'll ask again in a moment when we're in the car, Quinn, why. That's his decision.
Yes.
And he can completely decide on his own whether to write a ticket now or not.
Yes, okay.
And we'll ask him why.
Okay, probably because she lost 1,000 and he feels sorry for her, right?
I don't know.
Hey, if you think about it, honestly, in Germany with a phone in the car, right?
Yeah.
You're already really... Honestly, I don't get it either.
So, I would always write a ticket for running a red light, running a stop sign, and using a phone while driving. Yeah, always.
I'm not sure from what country, but I know she did get a temporary license out of California. So the odds are, even if I were to have written her a ticket, she's probably not going to show up, so...
And she's not going to... She probably won't get caught. She's going to go back to California.
So he decided on a verbal warning because the lady had a temporary driver's license from California. And even if he had given her a ticket, she probably wouldn't have paid it and wouldn't have shown up in court either.
And if you drag the whole thing out, so to speak, and look a bit further, say 4 months ahead, the lady still wouldn't get a warrant here for not appearing in court because she's in California and they simply wouldn't follow up on the matter. So it's basically similar to getting a ticket in Germany and just keeping quiet for 3 months. And if no one contacts you after that, the offense is basically time barred and she wouldn't have to fear any consequences here because she has a temporary driver's license and comes from the other end of America.
I have to say, these days it's often like this. I don't know this from the Berlin police. We just stand somewhere, can watch, and now it's starting again.
The car in front of us, just like in the previous operation, has a cover over the license plate, and that's why it was stopped.
Why do they do that? Is it so it doesn't get dirty? Or is it really to commit crimes?
So if they do something, so they don't get caught.
But then you only put it on when you commit the crime, and you don't go shopping with it.
So most of the excuses are usually like, but I can buy it at Walmart. Yeah, you can buy a lot of things there that are illegal.
But you can also buy weapons? Okay, we are in the United States of America after all.
On my car, which I drive here, I have a license plate attached with 2 screws. I would never think of putting something like that over it. That's not necessary either.
It's quite interesting when you observe the traffic behind you.
In America, there's a so-called move-over law. That means the lane next to the police car always has to be clear. That means, for example, the black pickup truck right now would be committing a crime if it didn't move over.
If he can't move over, he has to be at least 20 miles under the speed limit.
Ah, okay.
The truck driver, for example, moves over, you see?
But it's a smart rule.
Yeah, a very smart rule, because it's just often the case they don't want to get their ass run over.
People always think and hear that the police in the United States are much stricter and tougher, but today I met a very nice man. If I think about it, the Berlin police, if we found someone with weed in their car, they wouldn't just say, here, stomp it out and that's it. Or, hey, you were playing slots while driving. It's okay, just please don't do it again. It's already...
Those are just prejudices, you know? So that's just a prejudice you have, and it's something I try to clear up on my channel and show, hey, they all have great jobs and they're all really doing something good.
What did he write now?
A written warning.
So that means if she keeps driving to Nevada with that thing on, and the cop sees it tomorrow, then, hey, you already got a warning yesterday and now again today. Now you're really in trouble.
Exactly.
So he would see in the computer, hey, there's a record. You were stopped in Oxford by the officer on that day at that time on this street. That was the offense. Apparently you didn't learn from the warning he gave you. Now there are consequences.
That's crazy. I don't think we have that in Germany either, that police officers communicate with each other across federal states. They don't even have an iPad in there.
That's a central system. It's called
Facebook. National Crime Information Center.
So that's basically this national database where that's stored, and that's where this information is.
We have a lot of experts in the channel. Why can't we just buy that in the United States, I wonder? Why doesn't the German police just say, hey, do a white label, put the federal states on it? Yeah, but you can also make a lot of money with that. And just think about it. If every police officer has to write less, how much working time you save?
I think in Germany a very crucial factor is data protection, which plays a role there. Because then it's said that the data can't be shared with the authorities in Schleswig-Holstein, but has to stay in Berlin.
Because the data lives up there. But that's just getting in your own way.
So I just learned from Officer Quinn that the lady didn't have a driver's license and can't get one either because she had a lot of very, very small strokes. And she's on her way to her doctor right now, and he explained to her that she can turn here and go to her doctor, but then someone should come and pick her up so she doesn't keep driving.
That's just to clarify the traffic stop from earlier.
But just to be clear, the lady knows she's not allowed to drive and she's still driving? Exactly.
And she gets a warning for a license plate that's not clearly visible.
But that's also, just think about it in Germany. If you drive without a license plate, you're basically a marked man.
Yeah.
So it's typical, of course, patrol, and that's the same with all authorities, whether it's the Berlin police or here in the United States, McDonald's lunch. And apparently every now and then, police officers get their meals for free at McDonald's in the United States.
Can I get 4 double cheeseburgers and 1 triple cheeseburger?
One moment, 4 double cheeseburgers and 1 triple. Anything else?
That will do it. I have to say, I think I've done everything the same on the bucket list now. I'm sitting in the police car, I'm speechless. I'm sitting in a police car in the United States and I can eat cheeseburgers. I've achieved everything, police gang. Game completed.
From our observation position, we've now noticed that the vehicle blew 1, 2, 3, 4 cars ahead of us, has an expired license plate, so the registration is expired, and also wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
So, you just said that you can see the registration at the top, right?
Exactly.
Yellow is already over.
Yellow has expired.
Green is cool and red is exemplary, the very latest.
Red is the very latest, exactly. You can also see now, it says 9/24 there.
Yes, September 24, so it's expired. Ah, okay.
So where you see better, okay?
I'm assigned to another task right now. Yeah, I just picked up one, and that's why I told him to get back in the car. What is it?
It's possibly going to be a stolen car that's being tracked by GPS.
So we let him drive off for now because we got another call over the radio with information to all units that a supposedly stolen vehicle is sending a GPS signal out of the city, and it's just been reported. So we're entering the information now, and we'll probably head there. It's a company car that was stolen, big, orange, and we just got the information that the car is currently moving. That means the GPS signal is active, and we're probably the primary unit on the whole server right now. So the first one's, and it's moving right now. In the neighborhood here, that's where the signal's coming from. It's been updated twice. 255 is the house number, and they suspect he's here with the company truck. I think it's up there.
Come here, put your hands on this. Put your hands on this. I will explain it to you.
Oh, where did the colleague come from so quickly?
Stand right there for a minute.
What did I do wrong?
Also, relatively short process. The risk that he will run away is relatively high.
Do they know that he is who he is?
He just got out of the truck, and the truck was described to us as one like the one standing there, with the Atlas logo on the side.
Okay. We already recognized him from below. I couldn't pass the information on to you because everything happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, sure.
And now, of course, before he has the chance to run away or anything, it'll be dealt with very quickly.
He is taken out. He is restrained with handcuffs, so he doesn't have the chance to run away. And then he is detained, not arrested or taken into custody, but held.
That means he isn't arrested, just made as immobile as possible during the investigation so he can't run away or have the chance to. Then they check what he has on him and so on.
I have the feeling he just wanted to punch a few holes. Very strange feeling. I mean, I know about operations, but then suddenly out, immediately arrested. I'm a bit at a loss for words right now.
The officer back there, Officer Price, is on the phone with the station, where the truck is being officially reported as stolen right now, at this very moment. A call was made, they were notified, we were able to identify it, we were able to locate it with GPS.
Now we've detained him for the time being. Not arrested, but detained. Now Price is on the phone with the investigator in Lincoln, who's basically recording everything. And once that's done, and the vehicle is officially reported as stolen, we're allowed to search it.
Okay. Not right now, so we'll just wait a moment until it's officially in the system, in this National Crime Database.
Yes.
National Crime Information Center, and when the vehicle is registered with the license plate and the vehicle identification number, then...
Where did he get the golf cart from?
Probably rented it, but you also saw his pants are completely...
Yes, I saw that.
But very unusual that this person looking the way he does, dirty hands, completely filthy clothes and all, that he's playing golf here now.
I didn't even think that far. Really strange. I thought the poor guy just wanted to go putt and now it's his turn.
No, there's a bit more to this. You can tell yourself a lot of things are really unusual. So when you go golfing, you don't wear those clothes, you don't show up here in a super dirty work car.
At first, they suspected, because this company does new construction in the area, that he was going to construction sites here because he somehow knew about them and stealing materials, since it wouldn't be suspicious if he showed up in a work car.
So now we have to wait until the investigator comes from the neighboring town, and that's probably going to take a good half hour or so.
And in the meantime, he's just sitting there relaxed in the car?
Yeah, the air conditioning's on, the car is running, and you know how comfortable the seat is back there.
Yeah, it's really cramped. Funny, and we're not allowed to look in the backpack?
No.
Not you. If I were to go for it now, it wouldn't matter.
That's still a violation of rights? Yes. So it would still be pretty bad? Yes.
Hard to see for the camera, but Ben just showed it to me. Under the steering wheel, just like in the movies, the wires are hanging as if he's about to go.
That's probably exactly how he started it, yeah. You can really see the key is missing. He doesn't have a key on his keychain either.
Then the door should actually be open.
In theory, but we're not allowed in the car.
But open the door and take a look inside?
No, we're not allowed to touch it.
It has now been officially reported as stolen.
That means they'll search the vehicle now.
Do you want me to open this bag up then?
So what do we have here now? It looks like syringes. Exactly, we have syringes and a pack of Mybro.
Yes, and a crystalline substance or a powdery substance.
He's gonna have weed.
That's weed.
So now they found crystal meth in the bag?
Crystal meth, weed, and syringes.
Syringes, we don't know what kind of syringes those are, but you can see how he's handling them. He's being super careful. There's even an open needle. You can see it, right? It's even open. And now the needle is being made blunt. That's just officer safety, so they don't get hurt. You can catch all kinds of things so quickly. Yeah, from hepatitis A to Z and everything else.
That's
That's clean urine. In case he gets stopped and has to pee or something, he can sneak that in, or if he has to take a drug test, he has clean urine with him.
All right.
Mister, you're going to be placed under arrest for receiving stolen property in the first degree. You're also going to be placed under arrest for 2 counts of controlled substance. We found what I believe to be either heroin or fentanyl and methamphetamine, along with some marijuana and your needles that were in your bag.
So you're going to go to jail today for those, okay?
We'll get you transported over to the Oxford Police Department where we'll book you in, and then we'll transport you over to the Calhoun County Jail. Do you understand that?
So the gentleman is being arrested now, as I heard.
Yes, well, he doesn't know that yet, but we already do.
Yes, because he made a lot of threats and stole a car.
The main reason he's being arrested is because he's in possession of stolen goods.
We didn't see him steal it, but we caught him in possession of it. So it's receiving stolen property.
And that's the same penalty as theft.
Ah, okay.
Exactly the same penalty.
But what if he didn't know it was stolen?
He's still in possession. Receiving stolen goods is still the same. He's in possession of it, even if he didn't know.
Okay, Ben, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, that's what 12 hours a day looks like.
Yeah, 12 hours on duty in the United States is different. We had everything. Flew a helicopter, wrecked some grass, stole a car. So hey, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
I hope you had fun too. If so, look forward to the series, because I'll be traveling with Ben for a few more days. There will be a few more videos coming.
You can leave a comment about how you liked it.
Feel free to follow the police in Oxford. Link in the video description. And yes, make sure to subscribe. I'm tired. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. The highway police have the advantage. We have modern vehicles and even faster vehicles than maybe our colleagues in other sections. What's special about this vehicle is that it has a video system installed. With it, we can measure speeds in the front and rear areas.
Oh, look, Timo, there's a camera. What I'm wondering now is, aren't you very